Welcome to this week's live. We're only running 3 minutes behind, but you know how it is. I had to reboot the computer. As as Jay Bird said, he don't know too many IT people that have IT problems, but I was having a little problem. But we're all here now.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought I was gonna have to bust out the iPad because I thought it was going to get down to that. But hey, 3 minutes is better than no minutes.
That's true.
Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Well, welcome back to the Waterfowl Den. The last one you hosted it yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't get famous any of the time of that period, did you?
not that I'm aware of. I might have got rid of some of your subscribers.
No, that's not true because as of right now, we got more since last week. So we are now at 16,101. So I want to thank each and every one of you that watch, listen, stream, share, laugh. So thank you. And I know Jay Bird helps a lot with the channel too and in the background. So I definitely want to say thank you for Jay Bird for helping. And he filled in for me once and went internet blew up the internet. He was so big.
Yeah, okay.
So how you been, man? That was before Christmas. So you haven't been on since before Christmas, right?
Uh-uh.
All right. So did you get anything for Christmas?
Yeah, I get blessed every day, so I don't. We make sure kids and all that kind of stuff get took care of. Now next month we're gonna do a little Christmas thing next month, but that's as far as just going out of town.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least you got something. At least you didn't get a bag of coal. But this coming week, a bag of coal may not be a bad thing because it is pretty cold out there.
I'm not going to complain. It is duck season and it is cold in Georgia, and I'm not going to complain.
Yes, but did you survive last week's snowmageddon?
We didn't get any.
We got very little snow. I was 100% highly disappointed, and I know you watched the channel last week because I talked about it a little bit. I didn't say we were going to get snow. I was just saying we had a chance. They were all over the board. I was really hoping for some snow, and that was about the biggest letdown. Yeah, that's about all I could say.
Yeah, it was about 40 miles north of us. They got, I mean, it was enough to cover everything, but it didn't stick around or anything. But I think next week stands a lot better chance of causing some problems.
So typically, us in South Carolina, we get our snow. If y'all get snow, when it comes up through Georgia, we typically get our. That's when we get our snow. Um, with that being said, we don't get too much snow when it comes over the mountains. The mountains usually slow it down. It usually don't happen. But in most cases, we don't even get our snow to like late February, early March. So here we are in mid January. That's kind of not normal for us for sure.
Yeah,
But
if we do anything in season February for us, and it's we other than what that little bit we got 40, 50 miles above us last week, I it's been several years since we've had any.
yeah, maybe we'll talk about the weather. We'll talk about it for sure coming up for sure. But how's your how's your adult season been?
It's been really good. It's I've got to hunt a lot more this year than what I did last year. I went to Florida in December, and I've done some hunting here around the house. Here around the house hadn't been as good as what I thought it was going to be. especially with the cold weather that we've had. But I've got some buddies that's been doing pretty good.
I agree with you on that cold weather because they always say, now granted, I haven't been duck hunting as long as you have, but they say, we want this cold air push. Birds are going to be everywhere. Man, I didn't see any more birds than I did the week before and the week before that and the week before that. Other than last weekend, last Saturday, we went and I shot at some birds, and the only reason I shot at them was I had not pulled the trigger in like 5 hunts. Like, not even pulled the trigger. And I was like, dang it, I'm going to be shooting at something. So, they might have been a little bit high. I missed out on 2 that flew right into the decoys and was going to circle. You know that when you always say, well, let's let them pass one more time. One more time, they're going to do it. And that one more time just, yeah. They made the circle and said, bye-bye, jugger, and was gone. So, but that's how it goes sometimes. But
us this past Saturday morning, they flew over the decoys, was well in range. From the time we saw them to the time they started in range, and they flew over us one more time, and I just knew they were going to sit down in the decoys, and they didn't want no part of them. And I'm thinking the whole time, daggone, we should have shot them when we had the chance to shoot them.
it's always that looking back. Man, we should have shot them. But, hey, one thing about it, they didn't die at that moment, so they didn't get educated, and they lived another day. But I'm telling you, usually our January is like when our birds start showing up. Like right before the end of the season. But I swan you, our early teal, I guess, was so good, and our early season was so good that it kind of like has been disappointing. So I don't know. I feel a little left out. But it's just not us. It's like everybody in South Carolina. Like, I know some people that went to Arkansas and they didn't do a whole lot. I mean, it just like seems the whole Atlantic flyway is just,
Yeah, I got some buddies of mine that went to Arkansas and hunted public beginning of last week, and it was just they couldn't do anything. And then I got a guy that works with me that went to Reelfoot last week. He was there at the beginning of last week, and they were real good, really good.
And you know, I already went to Reelfoot this year, and that is a really cool place. Like, it is out in the middle of like nowhere, and there are so many guides and so many hunting. I mean, it's unreal.
You hit it right. So many ducks, it is crazy up there.
Yep. And that's how Reelfoot is, you know. But it's right there on, like, if I can pull up the map because some people might not know where Reelfoot Lake is. So let me pull up. I'll share my screen here and I'll show where that's at, because let's see. There it is. 9 million screens. You think it'd be easy to pull something up, right? I tried to add one more. Go ahead. Yeah, well, I tried to add one more screen to my computer. I was trying, which you can't see it because obviously you're looking at the boat. But over here where the camera's going back and forth, there's actually another screen there. And I added it so I could look at, like, when I'm looking over the boat, I could see which camera I'm looking at, so I don't look crazy. But it put too much of a drain on my computer that I couldn't run the third screen.
You got the camera on. The only thing I can really see is the TV to your right.
Yeah. Nah, there's a whole nother setup in front of me. It's actually pretty good. I'm trying to get professional here, but you know. So Reelfoot Lake is in Tennessee, and it is literally right here, right outside of Dyersburg and Union City. This is Reelfoot Lake. If nobody ever knows where Reelfoot Lake is, it's Sandburg and Tipsonville. So this area right here is the hunting area. This area right here is a reserve, like no hunting. What did I do? Did I lose him? I lost him. I don't know where he went to. He'll come back. Right here is a hunting like you could not hunt that area. So there he is. He came back.
No idea what that.
I don't know what happened either. I was over here talking to myself. But like here is the hunting area, and here is the reserve part. Like you can't hunt that over here. And I mean loaded. And this right here where my mouse is, that's the Mississippi River. So you could compare the width of the Mississippi. This is a big area.
It's like what, 10 Mississippi?
Dude, I had no idea how big it is.
It may not be that far. Parts of it may not be that far from it. It's not far. When we went up there one year, we rode to the Mississippi, and it wasn't. It ain't far.
Oh, you talking distance? Yeah, less than 10 minutes. Like from right here where that boat ramp is, where my mouse is, to right there. If you did the speed limit, which is like 35, easily 10 minutes. But with that being said, where this lake is, it'll take my computer a second to catch up to all these states. You have multiple areas of great hunting, like states. You're right there on the tip point of where these birds can literally fly and be anywhere in a matter of like minutes. Might have went too far zooming out. It does take a little bit of power to host the video, upload the video, host you and audio, but where Reelfoot is, pull it back over here. You got Arkansas, you got Indianapolis, all these areas. I mean, everybody goes to Arkansas to hunt. Mississippi, I mean, the whole Mississippi River, Iowa. These birds can cover this in like hours. Like they will roost here, go feed in Arkansas, and then come back. Like we have hunted them, and there'll be rice in their bellies. Like you could tell they just got done eating. Like in a matter of an hour, these birds can be anywhere. And I mean, it's a great hunting area. But there's literally nothing else up there.
No.
I mean, you are up there. Like literally how we get through it, we go to Nashville, we go into Kentucky, over and then back down to get to Reelfoot Lake.
Yeah, you right there. Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, great area to hunt. But hey, Jeff, did y'all get any snow out there, Jeff? Because our weatherman lied to us because we were going to get like knee deep. It was supposed to be like knee deep, and the only thing I got knee deep is when I fell into the grass. And that was duck hunting Saturday. I got stuck in the puff mud. My buddy Mike had to come rescue me. Like, like I was knee deep in puff mud. Felt like I was in quicksand. I mean, it was Somebody come help me. I was trying to push my life alert. I'm like, Mike, you got to come back and help me. You got to come back, fish out of water. And the more you move, the more you sink because you can't get no traction on bottom. I was laying on my belly in that puff mud, and oh man, I keep telling people, if you don't know what puff mud smells like, you can just smell it.
It's got a different odor to it.
It does. I mean, it's not like baby poop throw up kind of smell. It's just
different.
It is. It's definitely different. It is something else. But they're talking about it again. Today's Wednesday, and they're talking about we're going to get snow this weekend. So what do you think?
We're not supposed to get any this weekend, but what they're calling for next Tuesday and next Wednesday, and I can't remember if it was Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I think it was Tuesday morning. They were calling for the low to be 6 and the high to be 36 to 38.
Correct. I did say this weekend, but I was meaning Monday and Tuesday.
But for those that are watching that are not from Georgia or from South Carolina, that's cold for us.
Oh yeah. So this weekend is supposed to rain, and I'm looking at the forecast in Phoenix, Georgia at the moment. So this weekend is supposed to rain, but then Monday and Tuesday, they're already showing the snow. Mm-hmm. Now, one weatherman I watch, he says, don't be looking at the maps. Don't be looking at it. I don't know. I feel like we might could do something this time.
Me and you are the same guy. He usually says this more than about 5 days out. Don't put a lot of faith in it just yet.
Yeah. Regardless, the temperatures are usually right. That's what I was so upset about. Man, we were cold. Temperature was just right. It was raining. Everything was freezing. Didn't get no snow. What Jeff say? We didn't get much snow here yet, but south of us, about 50 miles, they got 16 inches. But it's been really cold. Yeah, it's been really cold here too. That's what we look like for our weather. We don't want it to get cold and then get hot and the ground get warm, and then it never sticks. But here lately, it ain't been getting warm, so I don't know. We shall see. Moving it over into South Carolina, same thing. Snow and rain. So I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see. I love
16 inches where I'm at would shut us down for 2 weeks.
Oh man, 16 inches. Yeah. Oh yeah. 2 weeks would be a good. Yeah. It would be. There'd probably be people kicking the bucket. I mean, like, I don't know. Like I said today,
I can only remember one time in my life. I don't remember because I was too little, but I've seen pictures. But I can't remember if it was 74 or 75. But I think it was about 16 inches. That's the most in the area that I lived in and close to the area that I live now that we've ever had that kind of snow in my life.
I looked it up, and South Carolina has had that much at one time, but like you said, I don't recall it in any of my lifetime. Most of that stuff, record-wise, was well before my time.
North Georgia has, but Middle Georgia and East Central Georgia, not that I can remember in my lifetime.
Well, one thing about it, we are a half a month away being out of waterfowl season. Like, I told my wife today, I was like, I'm almost over duck hunting. Like, it's been that bad that we hadn't been really shooting a lot, just hadn't seen a lot, just been traveling a lot. I'm like, I'm just ready to move on to turkey season. I'm just ready to just go ahead and move over to turkey season. I know. And this year our law changes, so it might be a little bit too early to start talking turkey season, but it's soon.
Before you know it.
Yeah, Jeff wrote, those people in North Carolina that don't have a home yet has to be miserable. I hear that there's a lot of people living in tent. That's exactly right. There's a lot of people living in a tent.
And it's a lot colder than here.
Oh, absolutely, it's a lot colder. A lot of them people, I mean, now granted, some of them are mountain people. Them people are going to survive well before a lot of these modern city people would. But regardless, a lot of them are still raising families and got kids and livestock. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time, and it's gonna be a couple months before it ever warms up there. So yeah, North Carolina is still in bad shape. I mean, so is Los Angeles. I mean, to see all them houses, I mean, it's just crazy.
Definitely need to keep up.
Yeah, definitely. Just says, wait, we have to get through spring snow goose before turkey. Man, it's almost here. Turkey season around March.
We don't have that luxury here.
Yeah. We got 2 more weeks of duck, and then we get in February is typically when youth and not first responders, but military day. That usually goes in I think the first or second weekend of February, and then for South Carolina we get like a 2-week window of goose hunting. But I don't. Typically, we don't get a whole lot of like migrant geese. Most of them's residential, so we still got a little bit left in waterfowl season. I'm hoping this weekend is going to be good, but my buddies are already talking about going this weekend, and I already told them, man, I ain't sitting in the rain. Have you ever done good in the rain?
No, I got a guy that works for me that he did really good last weekend for it to be Georgia, be really good, and they're gonna go back this weekend, and I kind of got a feeling for them this weekend, last weekend, because of it's just another front coming through and pushed the more birds down. He actually had a chance at a canvasback Saturday morning.
So today's the 15th. We got the 18th weekend and the 25th weekend. So we literally got 2 weekends left because ours goes out the 31st.
Ours is up 26.
Really? I'd have to make sure I'd have to look back at our rules and regs to make sure. But I got it on the calendar as the 31st.
I think what they did with ours in Georgia was the split between the first and second season. As long as they took a couple of days off of it at the end of the season, I think is what they're doing.
Well, I know that I went Friday to our local spot, and there's usually wood ducks. You hear them, you see them. There's a back creek that a lot of young boys like to get back in that back creek, and they shoot right at shooting time, do crickets. And I know there were trucks there. I know there were people there. Crickets. No birds flying. I mean, it was just a pitiful morning, especially when you go to public. You got to get up early and get there and get your spot, and it's kind of like a letdown. Like, why am I doing this? But we do it every weekend. So, but hopefully this weekend we don't get heavy rain. But the way it looks is we're going to get a lot of rain, and I'm hoping that the weatherman may have that a day off and possibly go. But I ain't sitting in that rain. Like you said, you heard your buddy. Oh, we did good in the rain. I hear other people say, "Man, that's the best hunt I ever done was in the rain." We limited out. Man, I ain't never been with anybody that's good. Maybe I'm the bad luck. Maybe me and you are bad luck.
It's a little drift. That's different. But if it's a rain, no, I ain't never had any luck with it.
So the guys I hunt with, they hunt on sit on top kayaks. So the sit on top kayaks has got the holes in there that they could like scuttle holes. So if any kind of water comes in, it just goes right back out of them holes. Well, my kayak is a hybrid, which is like a canoe kayak, and I sit in it. Dude, we were sitting there 2 weeks ago when it was raining. Now, granted, I did have the opportunity, and I achieved it of shooting my first spoonie. Granted, it was a hen, but I was able to check off spoonie on my list while we were out in the rain. But I was sitting there, and I started taking one of my cups, and I was pouring it out. And my buddy was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm dumping water out of my kayak. Like I am taking on water because it is raining so hard." And I kid you not, I don't even know how many cups of water I dumped out of my kayak. Like my Drake 3-in-1 jacket, which is waterproof, could not take any more water, and everything under my jacket was wet. Like the jacket said, "I'm done. I'm checking out. You're crazy for being out here." That's pretty much what my jacket said. Yeah, so just as some days ducks act like that, and the next day they decoy. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know they waterproof and all, but man, that was a tough. But like I said, now I did get the opportunity to scratch off a spoonie, so I mean, you never know. You never know. He said, "Here is too cold north wind, rain, then hunt warm south wind, rain, sleep in." Yeah, that's the only thing. Where we go, we have to drive like 3 hours to the coast.
Yeah.
But the reports that I'm seeing and getting, North Carolina right now is getting redheads everywhere. Like the Outer Banks is like right now redhead city. Like I really wish I could just ride up there and hunt North Carolina. Like I just ain't buying another license this year.
Yeah.
But dang it, North Carolina, you could at least send some to South Carolina. Just don't shoo them down the coast.
They can come this way.
Y'all keep the buffalo heads. Send us some redheads. Old butterball turkeys, they can have them.
Yeah, the guy was talking about last week. They beautiful Saturday morning.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying earlier, the way the bird flies, the South Carolina coast isn't very far from the North Carolina Outer Banks. So, in theory, we're not that far away. But man, I'm gonna pull this up right here, and we're gonna talk about it because we're pretty much in the same boat now. So, let me pull this up. All right, who's gonna win? What do you think?
What it says because I can't even see it.
Oh my god! I might make it a little bit bigger. All right, there we go. You on the phone or tablet?
Phone.
Okay. So I got pulled up Ohio State or Notre Dame.
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Who you going with?
Ohio State.
Even on this little chart thing here, it's showing that Ohio State has a 75% chance of winning, and Notre Dame's only 24. but Notre Dame's been playing pretty daggone good lately. Like they've been pulling it out in the back half.
I think Ohio State lost to Michigan earlier this year.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you'll see that Ohio State anymore this year.
Ohio, my green says Notre Dame. Jaybird, Jeff says, Jaybird, what do they call a Clark Till now these days?
Strong Thurman is what they call it now.
Strong Thurman.
Everybody from around here still calls it Clark Till, but if you look on a map, it's going to be labeled as Strong Thurman.
Did they name it that after he died?
They actually changed that before he died, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they did. I ain't positive. I'm pretty sure they did.
I read that wrong. He said, what do they kill at Clark Hill nowadays?
Since they killed the hydrilla at the lake 3 or 4 years ago, not nearly as much as what they used to. Most of the guys that I talked to that hunted a bit said that it ain't nearly as good as it since they killed all the hydrilla up there.
Well, that's the same thing that happened at Santee when they killed all that hydrilla. It would be nice. Like, I would not personally want that in my pond whatsoever because it's very take over and kill pretty much everything else. But it would be nice if there was like a section that like you could like plant that stuff.
And I really believe it's probably, I don't fish it anymore. I ain't fished it in years, but I imagine it probably damaged the fishing. I mean, not as far as hurting the fish, but it's probably not as good as fishing as what it was before either. I wouldn't imagine.
No, probably because it could give some of them smaller fish some places to hide and out of cover from the other bigger fish trying to, take them out. He said they shot some redheads and lessers, or I wonder if that's lessers or graders back in the day.
Could be either one, probably.
Well, I mean, he wrote scallops, however you pronounce. But I wonder if that was lessers or graders. It'll take him a minute to comment. Usually about a 20-second delay.
Honestly, it probably could be either one, really.
Yeah. I always have to look up which one's a lesser and a greater. Now, granted, I do have both of them behind me, but we don't shoot enough bluebills to remember which one's got a green head and which one's got the purple head.
I can't remember right off the head either.
Yeah, I always have to look them up on my phone. But Mike last week shot one. He got a bluebill. And then, in South Carolina, we got the law that it changes every year. So does North Carolina. Like, they have a time period that, like, before this date, you can shoot 2 bluebills. And after this date, you can only shoot 1 bluebill. But it's constantly changing. He said the striper fishing was awesome. He believed the lesser.
Yeah, I think he's right about that. I think it is the lesser. Yeah, he's right about that too. The striper and hybrid fishing is really good up there.
Yeah. And that's the only bad thing about putting a limit on one bird and bluebills, because bluebills fly with the ringnecks and the ringnecks fly with the bluebills, and they look really close. I mean, they fast moving birds too. I mean, it is really hard to like say, hey, you only get one bird, and it doesn't matter if it's a drake or a hen. You get one, and that's it. You're done. You got your limit.
Yep.
So, I mean, just FYI, guys, right now in South Carolina, you only get one. So, you don't want to go over that limit. Unless you got a bigger wallet. Then, hey, whatever your wallet will support.
Yeah, we did really good in Florida on redheads, bluebills, and bubbleheads. We did really good on that.
Yeah, I have not had a redhead yet, a redhead or a canvasback. So
I was hoping we killed one of those while we were down there. We went. If you're looking for a place you want to go to Florida where you don't have to deal with as cold of weather as what it is in some places, we went with Williamson Outfitters in East Point, Florida, and hunted with a kid named Clay. He was a guide for the outfitter. Excellent place to hunt. Put us on the bird. We had a really good 2-day hunt down there.
oh, that's good. I'm not even reading what Mike wrote. I'm not even reading that out loud.
I'll have to go back and look at it.
It's not that bad. He said he ain't scared. He ain't scared of no green jeans. But yeah, it's only one. So I don't know. Maybe, man, I'm telling you, it'd be awesome. There'd be some redheads because the redheads are almost like the teals, here today, gone tomorrow kind of bird.
Yep.
But we got sidetracked. So you thinking Ohio State? We're gonna find out Monday.
I really do believe Ohio State.
So Ohio State was 13-2, and Notre Dame was 14-1. But I mean, that's a big 75% win probability is pretty big. But Notre Dame's got Rudy.
Yeah.
Oh, Rudy, he was, he pulled it out for him. Didn't you see the movie? Yeah. I don't know. That's going to be played in Atlanta, so that's going to be down there near your neck of the woods.
That's probably closer to you than it is me.
You think so? Atlanta's 4 hours.
It ain't 4 hours, but it's a straight up I-20. It's a pretty good little haul.
Yeah, because I had to go. It's an hour to Columbia, and then an hour to Aiken, and then I guess it's 2 hours from that.
Oh yeah, well if you go that way, yeah, it's. I figured to in your house. I figured you would go 85.
Nah, bro. Nah, you stay off at 85. 85 in between Charlotte and Greenville is beyond a nightmare. I mean, it is. Now, I would take all backwoods before I'd even have to. So going 20 is more mileage, but it's faster because I'm telling you, 85 is terrible. I mean, so much construction. They should have the projects that they're working on now on that interstate should have been completed when I was 4 and 5 years old. And I don't even know. By the time they get done what they're doing, they're going to be behind. That's how bad that area is.
To Venice, Louisiana, 2 years ago when we went down there, and we kind of went across Alabama and into Mississippi. But when we got down to the bottom of Alabama, we jumped on 10, and I was just really that because all I've heard is nightmares about 10, and man, I was like shocked at how good it was. I mean, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, other than going down 20, I ain't never been in Louisiana.
When you get to Aiken on 20 and you come on across into Georgia, you ain't probably 50 miles from me. 50 miles.
So the Masters is going on right now in Georgia, ain't it? Or was that last week?
That's first week in April.
Okay. I thought I saw something about the Masters, but I guess they might just be starting to advertise for it.
Probably that could be.
Jeff said that place was tough in the 80s when the canvas back was close. Telling the difference between them and redheads was hard to tell apart. Now I can. Shoot, I ain't never seen neither one of them. So the only time I seen redheads was in the Outer Banks, and they flew over our head like a mile high, and the guide said, "Well, there goes the redheads," and I'm like, "Well, hey, I can't tell. They just look like a big spot in the sky." So I don't know. Jeff, they all look the same to me because I ain't never seen neither one of them.
I've seen them in Louisiana when we went to Venice, and I've seen them at real. I know I saw redhead, but I don't. I think we saw some canvasbacks up there too. I think.
Nope. I was wrong. I lied. I apologize. We were in the Outer Banks 3 years ago. It was me and my buddy Danny. At this time, we already got our bluebill limit, and we're sitting there. We can't shoot no more bluebills. And when I say there were bluebills in the decoys, they looked like buffalo heads. They were everywhere. Like everywhere you looked, there was rafts of bluebills. Like we could not shoot anything else. There was nothing else flying. All we could do was sit there, watch and record. And I got a lot of video from it. And I look, and there's a redhead in the raft. Like red as red can be. And I told him, because he was new at duck hunting, that like brand new, his first year. I'm only into my like year 2. And I told him, I said, "Dude, here's your opportunity. Take the redhead." He's like, "Which one?" I'm like, "The one with the red head." Like, what are you doing? I'm like, "You got to shoot it, man." He's like, "There's too many other bluebills." I'm like, "If you don't shoot that redhead, I'm fixing to shoot it." He's like, And when I went to go pull my gun up, the whole raft lifted. And like, I mean, like 50 birds. Like you could not pick out the redhead whatsoever. And that is the only redhead I've ever seen. In that exact same trip, that exact same day, an old squall landed in the water, and I had no clue what an old squall was. Like, I knew it had a tail that looked like a pintail, and I knew that it was white, and I knew that was not a pintail. And here I am out in the middle of the, I guess you could say the ocean, but I mean, it's the sound, which is salt water. Here I am and got barely hardly any cell phone signal. I'm trying to look up species of ducks to find out what the heck is this duck. And then it flies away, and then I find out it's an old squall. Like, I've never seen one. So that weekend, 2 birds that's on my list now was right there at my fingertips, and I let them get away.
I killed something that I probably will never have another opportunity to kill again. I killed a golden eye.
Yeah, that would be a rarity.
The guy that we were with told us that was the first one that they had killed down there this year. They do normally kill some, but he said that was the first one that they had killed this year. But I have due respect. A lot of people talk about redheads. A lot of people talk about bluebills. I have a new respect for buffleheads. I don't know if they've got stainless steel feathers or what the deal is. Dude,
I mean, I'm looking at my bufflehead right here up under my goose, and a bufflehead, a teal, and I don't even know if you could. Yeah, you can see some of them. A ruddy duck. They're all about the exact same size, but I would agree with you that bufflehead and a ruddy duck will take a pounding and keep on. Like, like you would have to put some shells in them. Now, if you could get a bufflehead in the air flying, they usually do the little roll across the water, and you usually have to put one or two more shells into them. And that's even shooting them with bismuth. I mean, they are just brutal little birds.
I was shooting TSN.
Mm. And then when they're on the water, and if you do try to water swat them, I mean, they only like that big to start with, and now 50% of their body's underwater. Like
That golden I killed it flying. It come around the back side of the blind, and I killed it on the left end of the blind, and knew when it went down, I knew it wasn't dead. So I went to coming out of the blinds to was going to try to, clean him up after he hit the water.
right.
And first shot, I don't know if he went down time the pellets hit the water or what the deal was, but it didn't affect him whatsoever. Well, the next time he come out, he was 100 yards out. And the guy that was guiding us that morning, he was picking up birds with the boat that we couldn't get to in time. And by the time he got the boat in the boat, got the boat cranked up and got out there to him, that duck was 300 yards from us easily.
I can believe it, 100%. Jeff says them golden eyes are cool and fun to hunt, hard to kill birds. I mean, I think all divers are.
They are too.
I mean, it could be the feathers. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with their feathers where they dive. I don't know. Maybe we need to get some kind of what's some people that study ducks. Not about I know they're biologists, but I think they have a special name, don't they?
But I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, that's past my terminology. They make more money than I make.
Yeah, I was shooting TSS steel mixes down there, and I'm telling you, they were tough.
Well, I know other than this past weekend, the 5 hunts before, the exact same shells that I carried in was the exact same shells I brought out. I told my wife, I said, other than gas money and lunch money, I haven't wasted any money on hunting.
I loaded seals this summer up until duck season got here. My wife asked me one night. She said, "Are you got a deal with Bass Pro Shops or something? Why are you seals?"
The other day I went and made I was reloading some, and I was reloading some lead to repack some of them that I shot during skeet season. And that was probably the first time I sat down at that reloading station in months. I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, man, where's my paperwork? I had to go back and look at the recipe. I'm like, I done forgot what the heck I done. But once I got my recipe back, it was back to normal loading.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah. Man, I found a good deal on a reloader the other day. It was a mech, and a guy had it. He said it was his grandpa's. He found it in a warehouse, and it was in Columbia. And I told him, I was like, this is in the middle of the week. I'm like, dude, I can't ride down right after work. Like, I get up with you this weekend. By the time the weekend came, somebody else has already got it off the marketplace. I was like, but that's how it goes. $50 for a mech reloader with charge bar and the little pedals to go with them. You can't beat that. No, you
I got more than that in that Lee Lodahl right there. So
absolutely. But that's how it goes. Some days you get good deals, some days you don't. Mike Green, are you still on? I know I ain't. He hadn't commented in a couple minutes.
We might have put him to sleep.
I don't know. He don't sleep much, man. That joker. Well, let me say he don't sleep much. Right now, he ain't commenting, so he can't take up for himself. Uh, Typically, now granted, he's a little bit younger than me, but he's my driver. So you know, I pick him up at these weird hours of the morning, and he drives while I sleep in the truck. But we going down to Santee. We going down the road, and I'm in the passenger seat, and I feel the truck like the road that goes to Santee's pretty rough. So I feel the truck slow down, and I turn, I look at him. I'm like, "You all right?" He looks at me. He's like, "Yeah, are you all right?" I said, "Why did the truck slow down?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about." I said, "Okay." We get about a couple miles down the road. He's like, "I think I fell asleep." I'm like, "I think something happened too because I woke up because I mean we went from like 55 down to like 35." I'm like, "Are you awake?" "Yeah, I am now." So I don't know. I don't know if he fell asleep or what, but the past two times I've been driving, he done scared me a little.
I've done that one time in my life in Aiken, South Carolina, and I won't ever do that again.
Oh yeah, I've done it back in my younger days too, working all the time. You doze off, or they even say that when you don't go to sleep, but you're riding down the road and you're riding and you're riding and you look up and you're like, I don't know, I don't remember passing this street or passing this store or whatever, and you didn't fall asleep, you were awake, but that's just as dangerous.
Yeah.
Just as if I drive and can't sleep, then nobody in the truck is sleeping. Yeah. Typically, that's what I try to do. If I'm awake, I keep talking to him and stuff. But
No.
yeah, getting older, is tough. When a face like this, it takes a lot of beauty sleep. I mean, maybe it's a face for radio. Maybe not for YouTube, just for radio. Maybe that's what it is. I got the face for podcasts, but not lives. Let me text him and see if he would want to send him a message, because obviously he's not on here. I'm going to shoot him a text.
I meant to send you a picture or something today I saw online of a shotgun that somebody's got on sale. It starts with a B, but it's not a brown.
So if everything works out in the next couple of weeks, I may be able to get a new one. So I'm not even going to say what it is, anything about it. I'm just saying I'm hoping in a couple of weeks.
What me and you had talked about.
Yes, I'm hoping that it works out, man. I'm hoping. Jill says, "Dude, I got 10 years on you." These are 10 less hard years, Jeff. I mean, look at these. Look at these keyboard and typing and mouse hands, man.
He's got 10 years on you. That means he's got 10 years on me, right?
No, I think y'all pretty close to age.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm 54, and I think
I think he said he was 58.
I was thinking he said 56. He might have said 58.
Well, I mean, once you get past 50, what's even worth counting?
Just another year.
I mean, tell me how it is. Jeff, my night bot said that you were trying to spam. The night bot gave Jeff a warning. Jeff says you want to dance, and then it popped up and said, "Quit spamming, warning." So yeah, Jeff was 58. That's what I thought. I'll be 45 this year in a couple weeks.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, I think it's 40. You know, once you get past 40, I mean, you know, it don't feel no difference. Hey, look, there's Mike Green. Hey, Mike, did you see my text I sent you? Okay, I said reply back. All right, let me copy this. All right, 59 next month. Well, happy birthday. Well, you can't even see my goose hand. Happy birthday, Jeff. This is what I need me a bell like to ring first time people. I put a link in the chat there. You click that link, Mike. Anybody else clicks it, I'm not gonna let them on. But not that I don't like you. There's just weird rules that you have to follow on lives. Like fake. This is a fake duck, fake goose foot. So this is not real. This is a fake one. Wait for him to hit that link. Like I said, there's a 20-second delay. So I'm gonna let him join because I know he's got something to see if he wants to talk about it. Which he might wasn't prepared. He might have to go change room. At least he's the youngest one in. Right now, he's the youngest one in the group. I don't even think he's turned 40 yet, so I think he's still in his 30s. There you go. I see his name down there. He can't talk yet because he's in the room, but he can hear what I'm saying. All right, I'm bringing you on. What up, Mike?
What's up? You see my name?
I saw it. I started laughing. Mike, the blue bill green. So y'all, nobody's. Well, unless I don't see nobody new in the group chatting. Mike's usually on the channel a lot. He's in a lot of videos, a lot of hunting. But yeah. Mike is in an adventure this weekend, and I just want to know if he wanted to talk about it. That's why I brought him on.
Yeah. I'm going to do missions in Africa.
So he is going over the Great Pond. And so this weekend, Mike, when the plane takes off, can you do any kind of dance out of the window to maybe flare some birds back to South Carolina?
I'll try my best. I'll definitely be scouting.
That means scout from the sky and drop us some pins.
I will.
In South Carolina, not South Africa.
I'll do both. I'll definitely get Onyx and see where they're at.
I wonder if Onyx even works over there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Did you tell your cell phone provider that you're going?
So they got their WhatsApp. WhatsApp will work.
Okay.
So if you want, I could add you to my WhatsApp and be able to talk to you. I'll be able to share photos and stuff.
I don't think I have that app, but I might can get it for them.
Yeah, it's a free app, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people use it. I didn't realize how many people use it, but once you sign up for WhatsApp, it'll show you everybody in your contacts that has it. What's up, Jay Bird?
How are you?
I'm good, buddy.
Man, I've been talking about you. I don't know if you've been listening.
I've been in and out. What else you been saying, man?
All the truth. I said that, you shot a bluebill this weekend. I think you heard that part.
Yeah.
I think the part that you missed was the part that I'm older and you mostly do the driving, and I think you may have fell asleep behind the wheel.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. I still haven't told my wife about that yet.
Well, she don't watch this channel.
But my luck. She's like, hey, we watch Randall's channel.
Nah, I ain't that popular.
Dude, you almost got 20,000 subs, bro. You getting there.
we getting there. Maybe one day we'll be big and famous.
So I'm just tagging along, man. I'm at 485, 86 now.
Yeah. Hey, I was there once.
So
You need you a buddy like Jay Bird. Jay Bird helped me. He helped me along.
wait, is this the Jaybird, the kicks guy?
Man, he's he may be.
Say, I still got the
Yeah,
Goblin Thunder.
that's all we use around here.
Yeah. Hey
That's
man,
that's all we use.
that full choke laid a smackdown on that bluebill over there, dude. The only one that came through.
Well, when I added you, it took the sponsors off at the top. So Kicks is a
Yeah.
there it is on TV. That's all we shoot around here is Kicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew you were going this weekend, and I wanted to have you on, and I was going to tell everybody that obviously you in a lot of videos, and we do a lot of hunting together, and I was going before I ended, which we're almost an hour in. I did want to mention it, keep you in your prayers as you travel, as you're trying to reach and help other people, and the whole time that you're gone, protect your family too.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. We had prayer today or at church tonight. Usually it's a prayer meeting anyway, so that's what the sole focus was on us. Just praying for us going there, coming back, praying that God uses us over there. We're gonna be at we'll be at an orphanage, and then we'll be at a school that the church supports. Just helping the kids, whatever they need, provide be able to feed them. I know they one story that they talk about is how the kids, like the parents will leave in the morning. Mom and dad will leave the kids there, from infants to 3-4 year olds, leave them there by themselves, and those kids will carry their 3 and 4 year olds will carry their infant baby brother or sister to get something to eat. They'll just be walking down the street barefoot to get something to eat over there at the school.
Yeah, I
So
mean, we didn't choose to get born in the United States. We didn't get to choose that. We all have a purpose and a reason. And I know when you go over there, it's going to be like eye-opening, heartbreaking. I mean, and then probably before you leave, you're going to have that exact same motion of not wanting to leave and wanting to do more, and then having that same, man, we got it so good. Also, the opposite feeling.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I imagine emotion's going to be like a roller coaster.
It'll be all over the place, I bet. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, the biggest thing was going over there and just spreading the gospel. He said one thing that resonates to me is like, found organizations and people go over there all the time to help them out, but that's it. They don't tell them about Jesus. So that's our main goal, is help them out and tell them, why we're helping them, and to spread the gospel, brother. And
Have you practiced any of your language barrier?
Swahili? No.
Oh.
I can barely speak Southern, so.
Hey, I mean,
Cody,
if anybody can't speak Southern, hey, Southern is my first language. English is my second language.
Randall Knees, man. What do you call it? Randallized.
I just come up with random words. I mean, like, that's what they all say. Even you'll say that, dude. That's not even a word. But
What?
word wasn't a word until they put it in a dictionary. So I mean,
I don't know, man. It's just if Jaybird, if you could imagine us being in that truck going down the street at 2 a.m. and listening to Randall talk and just see my face trying to figure out what he's talking about. I can imagine what it looks like. I mean, I'm just probably like, just trying to analyze what it is and just getting what he says, bro. But I get it. I mean, I've been around him long enough to know now what he's talking about.
Every other word is correct, and you just fill in the in between.
Yeah, like a Harley Quinn duck.
I mean, that's a real duck, man.
You want me to translate if we ever go anywhere?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I've been telling them before you came on. It's been a rough couple hunts here lately, hasn't it?
Yes.
But I think maybe. Sadly, you're leaving this weekend, but I think it's going to be raining. But maybe this cold, maybe before the end of the season, we're going to have a good hunt.
Yeah, I'm praying that y'all do at least one good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wherever y'all go, hopefully.
So
it's
how many?
Got to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen, dude. It's got to happen.
Either North Carolina's going to get it or Jay's going to get it down there in Georgia. But maybe we'll look up.
But think about it, man. If, been watching them boys shoot all those redheads at the Outer Banks, and then hearing about them, shooting those birds over there, Murphy's Island. We got to be somewhere in the middle there, man. It's got to work out somewhere. So.
Jeff wrote. He said, if I didn't live down there, which he lived in Georgia area for a while, he said, if I didn't live down there back in the day, I would think I stumbled onto a foreign channel. He said I think I would have stumbled onto a foreign channel. What trips me out is Keith will say, hey, I've been watching this R.D. Reynolds guy shoot your ammo. He's this southern guy that I can't hardly understand, but man, he's hilarious. He's like, dude, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. Randallized, right? We call it randallized.
That's the key word, man. Yeah. We're gonna put that in the dictionary.
Randallized.
So, how many people's going on y'all's trip?
5. It's me, Pastor Cody, guy named Bill and his wife Amanda, and then Drew. We all go to church together. Me and Bill and Cody are in the men's discipleship where we do SoulCon and stuff, do the 5Ks and all the fitness stuff together. So, and then Drew is he's the guy that knows when Drew's going to go over there to help them with solar and try to get their electricity right, and teach them how to do solar so they can get electricity in the school and stuff like that. So that's what Drew's going to do. Bill and Amanda serve, just like me. I'm going to serve and just observe and then Pastor Cody. So I think I said we are part of a school there. So our church pays for that school to operate, for the lease of that school. So Pastor Cody goes over there, make sure there's no sketchy stuff going on, because a lot of that stuff happens over there. Make sure all that is in line and pays for the next year. So yeah. So 5 of us were going in there.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing it.
I'm excited.
So, another person who watches this channel, who's usually on here, commenting, he's been. I'm not gonna get in his medical stuff, but he's from South Carolina too. He definitely needs some prayers. And then my buddy, he's going through a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of people that definitely could use some prayers this week in the hunt community. So
yeah,
it won't be long. You're gonna be on the plane.
We're leaving. I'll be on the plane at 5:15 in the morning Saturday.
5:15.
Yeah. So I got to meet them because they was all talking about how to get up early.
They don't even know.
I was like, man, that's duck time. I'm good. We get up at 2. I was like, it's no big deal.
Man, we getting up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and going hunting.
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'll be in the air, man. I'll be looking for y'all. I know exactly where y'all be going down. Highway 521, past
Hey, don't be
Santee
giving that
95.
spot. That ain't our spot. He don't know where we're going yet. Don't be. Man, there ain't but 3 birds in South Carolina. You can't give out our spot.
I ain't giving the exact spots. I'm just saying rows.
Oh, okay, you're correct. We're going north on 521 to.
Everybody knows Santee. That could be anything.
There ain't no birds. There ain't no birds in Santee.
No, there ain't.
They all gone. But
yeah, I'll definitely same praying. I mean, for the trip, praying for your buddies. I mean, everything, man. Yeah. The hunters.
Well, like I said earlier, we're down to the last 2 weeks, man. It seemed like all I talked about was getting ready for duck season, Hey, baby, I see you commenting. Talking about getting ready for duck season. Now it's like, man, this is the last stretch. Like I told Jay earlier, man, I'm almost ready to start turkey hunting.
It's turkey season, bro.
Hey, Jay, no joke. What was it? 3 weeks ago, we were hunting in the marsh, getting bit by freaking mosquitoes in January. And I'm like, I never thought I'd be doing this. Big old monsters biting me, but
yeah, it
is what it is. But at least we've been on here an hour. Jay, you got anything before we leave?
No, I hope y'all have a good trip. Be safe. Hope everything goes good with that.
Thank you, man.
And this weekend is gonna be a rest weekend for me. It's gonna be raining. I need to get some rest because we've been going pretty hard.
Yeah, it might be a rest weekend for me too, but I don't know. Depending on the weather, I may or may not go. I ain't ruled it out yet. I'm on the fence. Jeff says, "God bless you, Mike."
Thank you.
So, I ain't got nothing else, but I did want to, before we leave, I did want to get you on and tell you I was thinking about you. Want to let people know to keep you and the people in your prayers, and I'm just gonna close this in prayer because I'd like to pray for you before you leave. But I appreciate everybody joining this week. So next Wednesday at 8:00. That's typically when we get on 8:00. So you will be probably hot because you're gonna be on the equator.
Yeah, they said 80 to 90 degrees.
I mean, like legit, you're so super white right now because we haven't seen the sun. Don't get a suntan.
They told us to bring lotion. So
I guarantee it.
Suntan lotion.
I guarantee you. You're gonna go from 20, 30 degree temperature here to burning up over there.
Well, man, I know you said you gotta go and you're about to pray, but they keep saying stuff like, we're going to be on the plane so long, wear compression clothes because you'll swell up. I mean, stuff like that. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you're just now telling me this? Like, I got my bags packed already. The last thing I'm thinking about is a compression clothes.
You're going to get off the plane like, whoa, look at me. I swole up. Look, woo.
Swole up, yeah. They said my ankles are going to look like, like them, you take those doctor gloves and you blow in them.
Yeah.
They said that's what your hands and feet are gonna look like. I'm like, what?
I have some compression socks here at the house if you need it. Us over 40 know what compression socks are.
Well, I'm close. May I'll be 40, so
hey, I don't need it for diabetic reasons, but I damaged a vein in my leg, and I went to the doctor, and there was like, it's not like a major vein. It's like right at the skin level. He was like, you can either have surgery on that or wear compression socks. So I'm like, I'll just get compression socks. Dude, now I got them. I don't take them off because, like, even just walking and standing, I mean, they are, dude, I wish I had these back in the day when I was standing on my feet for 12 hours because they made that much of a difference. That's why you see all these runners and joggers doing all these. They all wearing them compression socks. It literally feels like somebody is hugging your leg for like 12 hours. Nice. But I got some at the house if you need some.
I might holler at it.
All right. Well, I'll hook you up with some Amazon specials.
All right.
There's no left and there's no right. They just whichever foot you put them on.
My dog. Look at my dog.
He don't even know what's going on.
No.
Well, Jay, I appreciate you coming on, man.
It's nice to meet you, Jay.
Y'all be good, and y'all be safe down there.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I'm gonna close this in prayer, and then I'm gonna hit the sponsors on the way out. Y'all stay safe. Weather-wise, I don't even know what to even tell you. Typically, I talk weather and say, hey, it's going to look like this, but I don't even know, so I'm not even going to talk weather this time. So if it snows, get some bread and milk, stay safe. If it don't snow, good luck eating your milk sandwiches. That's all I got to say. So, all right, well, I'm going to close this in prayer, and I'll see y'all next week. So,
all right.
God, thanks for letting us be here. Thanks for the friendships, man. This YouTube has opened up a great vast of new friends. Be with Mike as he travels. Prepare the people's heart. Prepare his heart. Keep him safe, especially around all the bugs that are flying, the bad water. Keep him safe, physically safe. Be with them people. Let their ears be open. Be with the pilots. Be with his family. Be with the other people. Be with the people in North Carolina that's going through so much. Be with the people in Los Angeles. There's so much going on in our own states. Just be with them people. Be with the one guy that is a follower of the channel that has really has some health problems. Great hunter. Just be with him. Let him have a speedy recovery. Be with my friend who's going through treatments. Give him strength to, carry on, have a good spirit, and let him know that you're still with him and that you have his back. But thank you for blessing us. Thank you for sending your son to die on the cross, and thank you for everything you do in all our lives. And keep us all safe. Amen.
Amen.
So, all right, well, until next week, I won't see you next week, but Jay, you rest up this weekend because we ain't got but like 2 more weeks left. So, we got 2 weeks to get the jet together, Jay.
Yeah, I know.
Get her done.
We're gonna have to get on the calendar. So, all right, well, I'll be talking to y'all. So, here goes the word to our sponsors, and I'll see y'all next week.
Take care, man.
Matthew Knight with Satura Investors out of Charlotte. There's the information. The link to his website is scrolling across the banner down at the bottom, and it's also in the description. Today's episode is about helping business owners and working professionals like you who share a passion for the outdoors, shooting sports, zeroing them in to their long-term financial goals. So if you need any information or contact or any other questions, contact Matthew. Also go check out Salt Creek Ammo. This triple curl TSS is some of the best TSS I have ever shot. This is for waterfowl edition. It's made for waterfowl. So if you're going to shoot a species that you've been chasing for a long time, don't use no cheap ammo. You pay good money to go on a trip. You got great guns. Don't cheap out on cheap ammunition. This TSS is amazing. It's got number 7s, number 8s, and he has number 9s. So go check out saltcreekammo.com. Here you will find any kind of ammo you're looking for. He has custom loads, TSS in 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, low pressure ammunition. You got Predator ammunition, turkey ammunition, anything you're looking for, give Keith a call. Also to the channel, Kicks Industries, most people would know them as Kick Chokes, has came on board, and I have done a bunch of series lately on waterfowl choke tubes, turkey choke tubes, deer choke tubes. So go check out Kick's website for all of the chokes that can fit your guns. Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC, has partnered up with the channel. It is your go-to provider for all your hauling needs. They are not just any hauling service. They are an active DOT interstate hotshot hauling provider. Flint Ridge Service LLC prides itself in its reliable transportation services. This team ensures that your cargo is delivered safely and on time no matter the distance. Whether you need to transport goods across the county or state line, they have the capacity and the expertise to meet your hauling needs. Equipped with a smooth riding 40-foot air ride equipped trailer and a max hauling capacity of 20,000 pounds, there's no load too big or too small that they can't handle. Look no further than Flint Ridge Hauling Service LLC.